Welcome, one and all you lovely people, back to the lovely dock. You're here with me, OneManJack, and this is the final floor of the Gungeon. It has been a hell of a journey so far up until this point, and I almost got wrecked in floor 2, in episode 1 on the Udit, but since then we've gotten to the final floor with some boss weapons and 5 hearts. And before we go any further, since this is only going to be one floor, and I imagine it'll be shorter than the other 2 episodes in this series so far, I wanted to take a moment to talk about difficulty. Now, this game, it has been patched many times, and occasionally there are patches concerning difficulty, the difficulty of the game, and that any time anyone discusses difficulty in this game, it brings up a shitstorm from all of the fans who like the game that is, and who love it as difficult. But that said, this is an incredibly difficult game. This is the best run I think I have ever had, and I'm really lucky that I got it on recording this way, because it's going to make me look super good, trust me. When I record the next 2 episodes, I am not going to look super good. But enough about being vague, let's actually talk difficulty, and as you'd expect, a lot of the difficulty elements, enemy hit points, gun damage, boss health, like what enemies can lead you with bullets, that stuff is all contributes to difficulty, but that all is fine. And when any of the patch notes previously have brought up difficulty, they fail to bring into account 2 very important factors of difficulty that I think no one has really paid much attention, if any, to at all. And that is the difficulty of learning, the speed at which it takes to learn, or the time at which it takes to learn something, and the... Actually, no, I'm just going to focus it all into one point: knowledge. If I am doing very well in this run, it is because I know almost everything about the rooms that spawn, about the enemies that spawn, and especially about the bosses that show up. Now, one of the things that makes this game more frustrating than difficult is the bosses. And those are 2 terms that I'm going to compare because difficult and frustrating are 2 different things. As we know with Dark Souls, difficulty is a very good thing if it is fair, if it is managed correctly, and so long as it doesn't become frustrating. And Dark Souls can get frustrating, but it, at its core, is a game that is difficult and fair. This game is significantly less fair, and the first point I'm going to bring up on that is the guns. Look at gun description. Fires grenades that can bounce, shoots bullets and spawns minions, fires arrows, fires bullets that set things on fire, shoots 2 bullets at once. Do you notice anything it's explicitly lacking from any of these descriptions? Stats. Accurate statistics are entirely lacking from all the weapon descriptions, namely damage per bullet, rate of fire, time it takes to reload, just the number of bullets per clip, amount of ammunition that a weapon can carry. And while bullets per clip and total ammunition are displayed down here, and reload time can be seen when you reload, these numbers are critical to the actual effectiveness of a gun, so you can end up with guns that you really can't tell which is more powerful. And I'm gonna let's see if I can just pick a good example out of what I have here. Let's compare the Vertebrae AK, the wind-up gun, and the AK-47. Now, these 4 guns, they are all fully automatic. They all have about the same size of clip. Let me find one. Yeah, it's got about the same size of clip. And they have differing total ammunition counts, which you can use to infer the power of the gun, but inferences are only that, inferences. Now the AK compared to the Vertebrae AK, the AK, it shoots bullets. The Vertebrae AK shoots bullets that are chained together, and the wind-up gun shoots bullets that, quote, get weaker as you continue firing. However, what it doesn't tell you, and I don't know this for certain, but I can guess it, is that the bullets that it fires at the beginning of the clip are comparable in damage to the bullets of the AK-47 fires, period. That means, at its best, this gun is only barely comparable to the AK-47, and at its worst, it's significantly worse. But remember, that's the bullets at the beginning of the clip. Even if you only fired the beginning bullets and you reloaded the moment the bullets dropped off in damage, which you're given a visual cue in that the bullets get thinner as they lose damage. Even if you reload the moment bullets start getting thinner, you're wasting a lot of time reloaded. And you can find this out through gameplay, but that kind of information is desperately needed so you can make a good judgment call about what gun is most effective to use in a fight. And that's even comparing two very similar guns, two fully automatic weapons with a decently large clip and a high magazine. What happens if you try and compare something like the Glacier to the Staff of Firepower, or the bow to the flare gun? Like, you're comparing incomparables. You have this gun that fires two different kinds of projectiles, and this gun that fires explosive ice bolts. Now, you can... It's very difficult to tell how actually effective a gun is. You don't know anything about it. And though you can make guesses based on how quickly a gun can kill enemies, this bow, honestly, is probably still one of the best weapons in this inventory because it can one-shot a lot of the weaker enemies. And especially now that I have this ring, I'm willing to bet that this bow could one-shot most of the small enemies, if not all of the small enemies, and probably two-shot a lot of the medium enemies. But we don't know that. We're not told what kind of damage these guns do. It's very difficult to ascertain what is the best gun to use in any situation. Now, the other factor of knowledge that makes this game difficult is the bosses. I apologize. If anyone doesn't care, I'm going to put a note in the notes as to when I stop talking about this game and get back to playing it, but I do want to say these things before I continue. The bosses. Now, the bosses, I have yet to encounter a boss that is straight up, quote, unfair. I think the Ammoconda on floor 2 gets a little bit close, and the Kill Pillars on floor 4, those are some very, very challenging bosses. Especially the Ammoconda, considering it's on floor 2, but again, they're not unfair if you know the boss. And there's that key statement, if you know the boss. Now, there are either 2 or 3 bosses for every floor. The number is different. I think floor 4 has 2... No. Floor 3 only has 2 bosses, and then floors 1, 2, and 4 have 3 different bosses. And remember, if you're just coming to this game, you're not going to make it further than floor 2 on your first run. I'm willing to bet the second floor boss will kill you, and if not that, then certainly the 3rd floor is going to kill you on your first run. So, you can learn a lot about a boss on the fly, but there are some things that you need to know are coming before you can, if you want to have any chance of dodging them. Like the Kill Pillars jump rope challenge. If I run into the Kill Pillars, it will become immediately aware what I'm talking about, but the Kill Pillars jump rope attack, you will get hit the first time you see it. Just because of the way it's set up, because you don't know what's going to happen, it is almost a guaranteed shot that you will take damage the first time you run into it. And as an attack, that's not a bad thing. The problem comes into the fact that it takes half an hour or 45 minutes just to get to that point to try it. And that one attack might be the thing that kills you. And I'm beating around the bush a little bit, but what I'm getting to is that there is no practice mode where you can practice against the bosses. And this really makes the game significantly harder to gain progress in when you're still in the initial learning phase of learning how to do it. Because let's compare back to Dark Souls again. Dark Souls, usually there is a bonfire close enough to a boss that it's not a significant trial to get back to the boss. Now, of course, there are exceptions, but in Dark Souls, the path to the boss is always constant. You can learn that path, you can get better at it, and then you can get to the boss quickly and efficiently. That not so for this game. And because it's procedurally generated for replay value, the path to get to the boss will always be as difficult as the first time you tried to get to that boss. So that the lack of a practice mode means that say the first 3 runs into the game, the first 3 times you get to the 4th floor boss, you fight a new boss every time, because there are 3 bosses on floor 4. It cannot be overstated how likely you are to die to a boss the first time, just because you don't know what's coming at you. And I really think that lack of a practice mode makes this game a lot harder. And Crypt the Necrodancer, which I should really be comparing this game to Crypt the Necrodancer, because they have just so much in common as roguelike dungeon crawlers. The Crypt the Necrodancer has a practice mode, where you can practice against specific enemies with whatever weapon you want, and it also has a boss practice, where you can practice against bosses, again, with whatever weapon you want, without any delay time between attempts. Does it help you progress through the game? No. Does it help you learn the boss so that when you get to it, you can progress? Yes. And that is the important part. You can practice the bosses, learn what's coming, and then practice with the different weapons, know what's going to happen. Let's see, was there anything else I wanted to talk about for difficulty? Oh yes, randomness. Specifically the randomness of what guns you get and what items you get. Now, I flashed the gun list over here. Let's see, I have the starting gun, and then I have found 11 guns so far through the Gungeon. That's a lot. I have a lot of guns right now. But if we glance over here, I'm not going to take the time to count how many guns there are in this game. You can see there is a significant number of guns I haven't even found yet, and I've played this game a lot. Like, the grayed out guns are ones that I think I've seen, but I haven't purchased, or that I've unlocked, but I haven't run into, and the question marks are just, you haven't found these yet, you haven't unlocked them yet, you don't even know they exist. But looking at all these guns, again, by the inherent nature of design, some of them are significantly more powerful than others. That's just part of what makes them different. But the thing is that if you get unlucky, you could get a whole bunch of really shitty weapons that will not help you, like the wind-up gun. I would almost rather take the starting pistol of the Marine over the wind-up gun. Or, nah, the Mac-10's alright. The machine pistol's good. The Club! Here we go. Everyone's favorite. This is a shout out to oh man, one of the GoldenEye games on Nintendo 64 where the Club submachine gun was like the worst weapon in the game and it was laughably bad, and it gets a cameo here. Gungeonologists have long debated what is truly the worst gun in the Gungeon. More Gungeoneers have perished with Clubs in their inventories than any other gun. Coincidence? And others like it. Let me see, what other guns in here are just bad? The sawn-off is good, the regular shotgun's good, the composite gun's pretty good. The unfinished gun, that's another, it's pretty bad. 38 special is decent. A lot of those pistols are actually pretty good. But, anyways, the point I'm getting at is that the value of your guns is entirely dependent on luck. Maybe not 100% dependent on luck, because you can purchase guns, and you can see what chest qualities are before you open them. It's like brown, blue, green, red, black, in order of increasing value of the chest. At the same time, it's like the skill cap for how much damage you can do varies greatly dependent on what weapons you pick up. And the amount of damage you can deal directly contributes to the difficulty of a boss fight, because the difficulty of a boss fight, in short terms, I would say is the time that it takes for you to get hit by a bullet divided by the time it takes for you to get No, I said that entirely backwards. The difficulty of a boss fight is the time it takes to kill the boss divided by the time it takes, or divided by how long you can go without taking. No, these numbers aren't lining up right. I'm fucking it all up, but the difficulty of a boss fight is determined by how long it takes to kill the boss and how long you can dodge the boss's attacks. If you have a glass cannon boss with undodgeable attacks, it's reasonably easy because you can just burst it. Do you have a really tanky boss with easy to dodge attacks? Again, really easy. Now, the time that the time it takes for you to get hit by a bullet is dependent on your own skill and your own knowledge of the boss, which again, isn't something you can practice. And then the time it takes to beat a boss is dependent entirely on what gun you're using to kill the boss, which, again, is dependent not only on the luck of what gets dropped, but also on the value, but also on how well you know the guns that have dropped, so you can judge which gun is best to bring into that fight. Like earlier, I made the judgment call that the Eye of the Beholster is better than the grenade launcher to bring into a fight, because I know these two weapons very well. But on the surface, the grenade launcher, its explosion deletes bullets, and that sounds like it'd be a really awesome thing, but it doesn't have the most single target damage. It's an explosion weapon, it has an area of effect, and it's just really not the best for bosses. So I've said a lot because I'm really just stalling. I am really afraid of this last floor. I die. I want to say I've died on this floor so much, but that would be lying, because usually I die long before I get to this floor. So we're going to take our trusty flare gun, and we're going to see if we can't get to the boss without getting wrecked. Right there, I took a point of damage because an enemy was leading me with a bullet, and I did not know that specific enemy knew how to lead me. Oh god, oh god. Okay. I need something more powerful than this. Let's take this. God, I do not like this place. There's more of them! Of course there's more of them! Why wouldn't there be more of them? It should be readily apparent why I don't like this floor. Especially after how long and hard it is to get here. There aren't any tables for me to flip either, and that makes me sad. I can't even use the table flip thing. Okay. Moving forward. Shit on a brick. That is not good for me. Ow! That's 2 more hits. I don't care about clearing the floor, I just want to get to the boss. You see, the ice cube gun, the bullets bounce, it explodes on impact, it freezes enemies, and it deletes enemy bullets. That combination of effects is very good for me. And hopefully I can get through this floor with enough of my hit points left to be even partially a threat to the final boss. Which, the final boss of this game is in flawless form of the whole game. Okay. I'm already almost out of ammo with this ice cube gun. And I'm going to be a very, very sad Jack. When it... Did that chest move? Am I going insane, or did that chest move? Okay, chest did not move. The hexagun! This is another one of those surprisingly good guns. I'm not going to stop and read the description because I'm kind of in a groove. Not actually in a groove, just kind of in a groove. Fuck. All of you! I have not come this far to be defeated. Actually, I probably have. The table! Up. Alright. Going to do what I should have been doing all along and switch to a less valuable gun for the final easy enemies. I feel like the enemies get stronger as they go down, too. Like, I don't have any proof, but I really feel like the enemies just have more health overall. Well, let's reload the ice tray. Okay. That blood brooch is doing wonders for me, too. That Reaper, he goes away if you kill all the other enemies. You will waste a lot of ammo if you try and kill him before you kill the other enemies. It is possible. You'll waste a lot of ammo doing it. Ow, I've forgotten that does that. It's a good thing this ice cube thing doesn't have friendly fire, or else I'd have exploded myself just there. Switch up to the flare gun because, well, I can handle this. Okay. So we have a locked door with a blank behind it. I could really use that blank considering I wasted one earlier. Not sure why I did that. Oh god, what is this? I don't know what this is and that scares me. There's that blank I lost. Okay. Oh god, I can't fight him yet. I need to find the shopkeeper for a couple reasons. Oh, I'm running low on ammo with this thing, but I know where the boss is. All I need to do is find the shopkeeper, and then I'll be fine. I can take on the boss. I will not need the ice cube gun for the boss, so I'll be fine there. Really got lucky with that ammo drop for the ice cube gun. That sounded like a secret entrance opening up. Really hope that that said secret path has some kind of health in it. Where was it? Really don't like those skeleton enemies either. They are quite difficult to handle. We have a chest. Can I get to that? Oh gosh. Chest had a key in it. That's okay. I need keys. Ugh. Not a lot of clearance room there. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, we're good. We're fine and good. We're good and fine. Is that a skeleton? Okay. I thought I heard a skeleton. Just trying to get that frost effect on as many enemies as possible. Oh, another ammo for my ice cubes. The ice cubes will save me. Do I open the box? Of course I do. Muscle relaxant. Loosen up. Greatly increases accuracy. Beautiful. Accuracy hasn't been that much of a problem because I'm the soldier, and the soldier is quite accurate, but beautiful. I need to find the shopkeeper. I've explored half the damn floor. More than that, probably. Oh, you see the water trails that the ice cube gun's leaving behind? You could use those to put out the fire from the first floor to get to the secret level, if you were so inclined. What is going on? I'm just going to fire bullets in this direction until I hear something die. Something died? Something died. Okay. Fuck that noise. Also, bug! Yay! That one's not shooting anything, and I'm happy for that. Oh god, that room. Ugh. That was fun, kind of. The shopkeeper! Alright. Rocket-powered bullets, the alien engine. She didn't have as interesting stuff, but one of the reasons I needed to get to her... Here's the bullet. The bullet that can kill the past. You can't just use any bullet. You have to use a specially crafted bullet. And it takes a lot of hard work to get that bullet. But once you get that bullet, you can use it in all future runs. So here's my choice. I can buy rocket-powered bullets, which is a passive power-up that will greatly increase my damage, I think. Or, I can buy one full heart and a piece of armor, which is 3 hits. YOLO. I can't afford anything else, can I? And I've cleared this entire floor, so there's no other places to get any more money. Alright. Now, what weapon to take into the boss room? And here's the clutch. Like I mentioned, I really don't know which of these weapons to take in would be the best. As a personal rule of thumb, I don't like semi-automatic weapons because they take more concentration to use, and more concentration means you're not thinking about dodging as much as you should be, so... But at the same time, this particulator looked really fucking strong, so we're gonna do this. Ancient and venerable, High Dragon. I can't see the bottom half of the screen for where the bullets are bouncing, but that's okay, right? Of course I got hit by that at least once. One thing I will say though, at least this boss has a nice massive hitbox, so you can not worry about aiming. Oh my god, am I... Oh wait, that's right. Time for the final stage. Shouldn't have been hit there. Got sloppy. And now we his heart. Okay. I've got 2 blanks left. Like, you tell me if that impenetrable mess of bullets has any rhyme or reason to it. I know the rhyme and reason to it, but I don't think anyone just walking up to this will really see that. You do, of course, need to dodge between these, but what kind of dodge you use, straight directional or at an angle, I'm just gonna pop a blank there. Please die. Please die. 1 more hit point, okay. No, I'm gonna switch it up to the vertebrae case I'm gonna use to finish this. Her? Okay. Her? Derp! AK, bitch. Boom! Holy shit! Oh my god, you do not know how rare this feeling is for me. Oh my god. Well, on the very first recording, I swear to you, I have not done multiple takes of this. The very first time I've recorded this game, I made it all the way through and beat the High Dragon. I think I've only done this maybe 4 times. And the first time I didn't have all the pieces of the bullet. What happens if you have assembled the bullet that can kill time and you make it all the way to the end? Can we pause for a moment to appreciate that the gun that can kill time literally has you shooting yourself in the face? And also, you haven't seen it yet, but this crosshair, this is the... If you die, this crosshair appears over you and shoots you. So it's inferred that anytime you die in the Gungeon, your past, your death, is killed by some future self looking out for you, or something like that. Or someone else watching out for you and killing your past as you die to ensure that you get to the end. Either way, here we go. Into the gun. Ordinarily, the credit scene plays there for the first time you beat it and you're told that you need to assemble the bullet. But I've already assembled the bullet. This is the true gun and the true bullet. So we are traveling. We have successfully killed my past. I've got to run towards the lab. I can't run away this time. What did that say? It said some amount of years prior. We have my sidearm and the Hegemony Carbine, an advanced issue rifle for Hegemony troops, primarily wielded by elite human soldiers. Oh, it's you. Didn't expect to see you again. Something went wrong during the test. Something came out of the opening. The escape pods are just down the hall. Save yourself. You're good at that. No. This is the regret that I came here to erase. You can't run away this time. I've beaten the Gungeon. Time to man up. god. Abyssal Fiend. On record, I have fought this boss exactly once. Oh god, I've already taken 2 hits. So I really don't know what his attacks do. Yes, use this one. This one's easy to dodge. Oh, you spawn minions! Thank you! Wait, are those guys in the corners actually helping me? Holy shit, they are! I'm gonna stop wasting ammo with this hegemony card. Nope, never mind. Ads need to die quickly. Oh, that ground poisons me. Oh, okay. That's what that does. I was wondering. At least they gave me a good weapon. This hegemony carbine is another one. Not one of my favorites, but it's a solid rifle. And right now, all I need is just a solid rifle. How many hearts do I have? 2? I right-clicked, damn it. My right mouse button doesn't work. No! Fuck. It's my fault. Oh, I got so close, but I fucked it up at the end. My right mouse button doesn't work sometimes. It's broken, and I missed the blank, and then I panicked, and I died. Oh my gosh. Man. That is the furthest I have ever gotten. I have gotten to that boss once before, but I died way faster. I have also gotten to the, I made my way to the Smuggler's Pass exactly once, and I got fucked there. Okay. Well. I really did want to beat the game in my first recording of it, but that would have been way too much to ask. Even getting this far, I surprised myself. Like, I really thought, oh, I'm just gonna play through it quickly, and then each run can be one episode, because that's how quickly I'll die. But I got lucky and I got good in equal measures. But either way, I have nowhere left to go now. I have died, and my curtain has called to me. So thank you all so much for watching. If any of you left words of encouragement on the last video, I appreciate it. But that is the end of this series for now. I will probably come back in the near future and play through with the other characters, just because I like this game and to mix it up a little bit. But until then, I must bid you adieu until I see you next time on the dark side.